Feels like the winter went by so quickly. I've got mixed feelings about that. On the one hand, I can't help but get caught up in the excitement of the melting snow and the buds starting to poke out from underneath, thinking about all the foraging fun I'm gonna have in another month or two. But on the other hand, it feels like the winter was just a flash. I'm gonna miss the snowy mountains. I always say that I like all the seasons, and I do. But sometimes the transition periods aren't the best. Like after all the leaves have fallen in the fall, but before the snow has started to fall in the winter. And the time in the spring, when it's not yet green, and you've just got all this sort of melted, dirty, sort of rotted looking snow everywhere. And we are approaching that season. But sometimes when it's warm, but you still have snow on the ground, you'll have a day with no wind, when you get this delicious mist everywhere, and it just feels magical. Here, deep in the mountains of North Japan. Today, I'm climbing Mount Nyuto. That's right, Mount Nipple, as the name of the mountain is. From Akita, they always said the shape of the summit looks like a nipple. Here you can see what it looks like in the summertime and in the fall. Off we go. Feels like I've gone into another plane of existence. This otherworldliness is perfect. Everywhere in the trees, there's this wet, heavy, thick, sticky snow. It's breaking branches, but makes interesting shapes. Each step, I'm just sinking into this soft, wet snow. It's like a crime scene. Broken limbs strewn about the ground, the murder weapon still right in plain sight. Another crime scene. Here, this heavy spring snow took down the entire tree, not just the branches. The survivors stand in witness. Whoa! Just sunk in up to my knee. Each step is heavy when you sink in deep, but look, coming up to the top of the ridge. And it is raining. Not my favorite weather in the snow. Can you see it? Up ahead there. There is the lodge. Getting near the top, and look at this. This is avalanche-y sort of thing on my left. I'm not gonna go to the left of this giant crevice in the snow here. It's a little concerning. Definitely wouldn't want to walk over to the left of this. This part is pure slush. I'm just sinking fairly deep with every step. Wind has come out. This part kind of sucks. I'm kind of staying really close to this brush just to be safe. I don't know how far that is till it becomes a cornice, a ledge with snow dangling off the edge. Just a little bit farther to the summit, which you wouldn't know if you hadn't climbed here before because you can't see a thing. The wind is picking up a little bit as I approach what must be the summit. It appears no one else has climbed this mountain, Mount Nyuto, yet today. And I got a late start, so that means no one else will. Finally approaching the summit, and this snow is just soft and slushy right to the top. Here it is. that this is a cliff right here, though you can't see it. Take a look at what this appears like on other days. No view whatsoever. The wind is a little bit too strong up here, so I'm gonna go beat a bit of a retreat down lower to where there's no wind, and I can take some time to talk to you. The tree holes you see forming around conifers also, I guess, form around these emergency lodges as well. It's like a wall of 3 to 4 meters of snow. It's something. And I'm already still standing on maybe at least, I don't know, 30 or 50 centimeters of snow here as well. Fun, fun, fun. I recently saw a short video by a popular Japanese YouTuber whose channel is in English. This video is literally about 60 seconds long, but in it, he explained how it's not a good idea to give Japanese people compliments. According to this short video, it can be insulting when you praise someone who is higher status than you. This video went so viral that the top comment that I noticed had 3,600 likes. Not on the video, on the top comment. So I think the video itself has millions of views. And that comment was, wow, I don't think I can live in Japan. Looks like I'll just visit Japan because I couldn't deal with that on a daily basis. You can see how you'd see that video and think, geez, I couldn't live there. I'd have to worry about so many things, and you wouldn't even be able to speak freely or even give someone a compliment without having to worry about insulting them based on the hierarchy. Ah, what a mess. And I get that and I understand that, but I also, after 20 years, 21 years, something like that, of living here, I don't think that's true at all. While I'm taking a big risk and disagreeing with what a Japanese person is saying about their own culture, I think the lived experience of an immigrant or a foreigner living in Japan, an expat, however you want to say it, my experience living here and having plenty of Japanese friends of all ages is going to be different than that of a Japanese person. It's not necessarily true that you can't compliment Japanese people. There are, of course, some cases where it can be rude, but generally speaking, as long as you have good intentions and you're basically saying something with a positive intent, people can see that and they're going to understand. And knowing that you're not Japanese and you're not speaking in native Japanese, you really aren't judged harshly in the vast majority of cases. Basically, it's fine to do a lot of things that would be questionable for Japanese people to do if you're doing it in good faith with a positive intent. Okay, standing still and getting a little bit chilly. Time to head back down this mountain. It's starting to drizzle a little too. Oh, you're still here? Well, I can't blame you. There's nothing like a bath after a nice hike. This is Ganiba Hot Springs. There's this really nice mixed bath. You have to walk through a quarter of snow to get here. But leave me alone. I want to be alone for a bit.